All right, y'all, for dinner tonight, we are making the Chipotle chicken fajita bowls. I cannot remember for the life of me if I have showed this to you or not, but here we go. So what you're gonna need is a big old bowl because we're gonna start with a marinade. And I have got my boneless, skinless chicken breast already thawed out here. I've already wrote on the bag when I portion this out. It's a little over 17 ounces. So I am going to slice this up. I'll show you here in a minute. Put it in the bowl. Well, actually, no. First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the marinade. So what you're gonna need is, you need some oil, and all I have at the moment is some vegetable oil. I do have some bacon grease. I could probably use that, but I've used all kinds of oil, y'all. It really does not matter. I've used vegetable oil. I've used avocado oil. That is actually what they call for. Since you're making a marinade, you could use a you know, some olive oil. That'll be fine too. I've used it all. So I'm just kind of using what I have on hand. But anyway, so then what you're going to use is you're going to use some tomato paste. I've got some that I had in my refrigerator, some Chipotle chili powder. The recipe doesn't call for it, but I feel like it needs it. So I have this jar of Chipotle, diced Chipotle peppers. So we're going to add some of that, some garlic salt, pepper, and then some regular salt. We're gonna get some lime juice. Oh, I need to get my limes out really quick. We're gonna put that all in the bowl, mix, 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 slice up the chicken, put it in the marinade, mix that up, let it hang out for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna stick it in the broiler. And over here, I've just got a cup of rice and like 2 cups of water. We just started boiling, so I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna turn that down. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a stir. I'm gonna assume that you'll already know how to cook rice. So if you wanna use instant rice, you know, whatever rice you want to use, that's totally fine. That's completely separate from this recipe. But anyway, we do have some rice cooking. I'm actually going to set, not that timer, I'm going to set the timer over here because I've got this awesome timer here. We're going to do 15 minutes on the, hello, there it is. There it is. Okay, 15 minutes. Okay. Okay, so I will have this recipe down in the description box below, and I usually wind up doubling it just so that there is enough marinade. So we got 2 teaspoons of the Chipotle chili powder, 4 tablespoons of oil. I'm gonna do about 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. I'm just gonna use what's left in this jar here because there's not a whole lot in there, so we're just going to say that's good enough. 2 teaspoons of garlic salt. There's like next to nothing in here as well, but I'm gonna go ahead and say probably about 2 teaspoons of the Chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. I love this stuff. It is so good. Add to any of your Mexican style dishes. It just takes it to the next level, y'all. I'm just saying, if you like that flavor anyway, if you like the Chipotle flavor, I highly recommend. Salt and pepper to taste. We'll do a little bit of this, a little pinch of that, and get some lime juice. I know I'm using the stuff that's in the bottle, but I do have some fresh limes in my refrigerator, and we're going to save those till the end. Where's my mini whisk? All right, my mini whisk is dirty, so we're just going to use this. Now we're going to set that aside. Get our cutting board. So a couple of these pieces are already small enough. I'll just cut them in half, stick them right in the bowl. I just slice it just like this. The thickness, just, it depends on you how thick you want your slices. I do it like that thick. Stick it all into a bowl. My hand already has the chicken already on it, so same hand, y'all, same hand. No panicking, no, oh my God, no. It's the same hand I was just touching the chicken with. All right, we're just going to give that a good mix. And we'll let that hang out for about 15 minutes. I gotta go wash my hand because it's yuck now. And we're gonna stick this in the broiler. While we're waiting, y'all, this is a new clean cutting board. This is not the same cutting board, it is different, completely different. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and cut up some peppers and onions because after all, this is a fajita bowl that we're making. So I kind of already chopped a little bit of this up for something else one day. So we're just going to use the rest of that. We're going to use these peppers. I've got an onion from the refrigerator. We're going to slice up a little bit more of this one. Going to use this up. We're going to use the things that we have. So let's go ahead and get started on these veggies. I don't know if I want to do the other half of this onion or not. I'll think about that. But anyway, so now our veggies are prepped and ready to go. To get my pan ready, I like to cover it with foil to kind of protect the pan a little bit. That way when the juices fall or anything, it just kind of obviously protects the pan a little bit. Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, a little less cleanup. Always appreciate that. But we are taking our cooling rack, placing it on top because we want the chicken to, I don't want to say crisp up necessarily, but we want it to cook on both sides, even though it will cook on both sides without it. But if it just sits on the pan like this, then the chicken is just cooking in its own juices. So we don't actually want that. We want it up, we want it elevated. We want it elevated. We're going to spray this. So, whoopsies, I'm still spraying this with some oil because we want the cooling rack to have the oil on it so the chicken doesn't stick to it. Like I said, if you don't want to do it that way, that is totally fine. That is up to you. This is just the way I've been doing it for years. I've been making this recipe for many, many years. I've been doing it the exact same way. Obviously with different oils, you know, like I said, I used to always have avocado oil, but over like about a year and a half ago, I quit buying avocado oil because I have like the spray stuff, but for like marinades and stuff like that, you know, I might have like a different oil on hand, but you know, a lot of things go in the air fryer or I'm baking things, and I also have the bacon grease, and that works just fine. And yes, even in a cut, still use the bacon grease. So see, I'm not even using all of that. That's just going to get tossed out. But anyway, so here's our chicken. Like I said, the cooling rack is just to elevate it so it's not just cooking in its own juices. And this is going to go into the broiler for about 15-16 minutes. I usually do about 16 minutes and it comes out perfectly. All right, as you can already see, our rice is already done. It's been cooked, it's been fluffed, it is beautiful. And now we're gonna go ahead and get started on our veggies. So I'm getting my pan heated up. All the seasonings that we are using is a bit of cumin. If my camera would focus on that, that would be fantastic. Okay, so we just got some cumin and some garlic salt. That's the only seasonings you're gonna need. A little bit of oil in your pan just to saute the veggies a bit. Get them all charred up. Where's my oil? So just a bit of oil into the pan. Throw those in. There's no sizzle. If there's no sizzle, your pan was not ready. So give it a minute. Oh, we are sizzling now, y'all. We are sizzling now. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a good toss. We're going to add in our seasonings and we are just going to cook these down a bit. We still got about 11 minutes on that chicken. It's going to take no time at all. We're going to do about 2 teaspoons of cumin. I like cumin, so that was like 2 hefty teaspoons. It's fine. And we got some garlic salt. I'm just going to keep tossing this about. Chicken just came out of the oven. Look at how delicious this looks. Oh my golly, y'all. It smells so good.